Everybody, happy Tuesday. It's still Black Monday week, so everything's a little bit quieter. How shall we say? As there haven't been any more head coaches but as always, fair game it seems for coordinators. Joel Fernal behind the microphone, and actually ended up coming up with a cool new Tampa Motor Mouth show theme. But problem is, I don't have any way of really controlling the volume and realize how freaking loud it is. So I don't want to play it right now because I don't want to blow your eardrums out. Because I know what it's like when you're listening to a show and all of a sudden they throw something in there. Holy crap, that's freaking bloody loud. Because I stumbled on a site that it's you can do AI music with it. And so I was taking around here, taking around there. Then all of a sudden I'm going, so it can do the music, but you can write your own lyrics? What? All the time, when writing, and I'm just jamming away at it. And I'm like, okay, this is fun. And then I press create, and then all of a sudden I'm waiting, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy crap! That's exactly what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted. Because then I was experimenting for the sports shuffle to kind of do a heavy metal theme, and it wasn't bad. You can definitely tell that it was AI, but just the lesson there that the lyrics that I ended up writing were so much more appropriate for what I wanted to come out of it rather than giving it guidelines and telling, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want to sound like, this is what I want to be about. And you actually do the lyrics yourself. I know, shocker, right? Write your own lyrics. Who would have possibly thunk that in this day and age? But yeah, the lyrics that I ended up writing myself, oh my god, so much better and so much more suited for exactly what I was looking. Because I don't care how good any AI is out there, this right here is still the best thing to use because you can use AI to help you out, to enhance things, to make things better, to create graphics, to manipulate photos, just as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. I saw that apparently the, how shall we say, Grok news story where apparently somebody was using it to how shall we say, remove people's clothes. That ain't good. That's not what one should use AI for. Yeah. But yeah, so just having some fun. Having some fun. So what, just, I don't have a way. So for right now, it probably won't include the new, because I don't have one of those fancy mixers and all that deal and all that thing that you can use slide the volume up and down. So I was thinking I really wanted to debut it, but I realized how freaking loud it was. And anytime I've ever listened to a show or a podcast or video that you were not expecting something really freaking loud, right? Like anytime you go to a website, and they have to have a stupid video. Every website out there, the video pops up, and subscribe to our newsletter. And of course, you're using an ad blocker. Turn off the ad blocker again. Using the ad blockers, you have so many ads on the site that you can't do anything else because you're trying to ignore all the ads. Trying not to say the word, but ah, yeah, just that absolutely makes me flippin' furious. But okay, with the NFL, so we have uh, Commanders, of course, parting ways with both their offensive and defensive coordinators. So they gone. Poor Eberflus. Poor, poor Matt. Poor Eberflus. He had the year with the Chicago with the time management issue on Thanksgiving after the absolutely horrid chain of events that ended up leading to exactly that time that the clock management was so flippin' bad he got fired. Everyone's going, "Do the freaking timeout, Matt," and he didn't, and he went bye bye. And now, uh, yeah, Dallas trades away Micah Parsons. Now all of a sudden you lost a generational flippin' talent. And in this case, you kind of have to feel for Eberflus a little bit. Generational talent traded away at the top levels entirely out of your control. And yeah, and you're fired. So, oh well. So yeah, and it was of course busy day yesterday. As Raheem, kind of surprised about that one. Raheem gone. And the clean house in Atlanta. They absolutely clean house. Fortnoy, the GM, also gone. Yeah, with the Michael Penix acquisition, not exactly looking really good. And of course, Rich McKay, CEO, stepping down. So you have the triumvirate gone. Then, of course, Jonathan Gannon fired the Cardinals after that craptacular year. Pete Carroll, thankfully, gone. They ate the extra years of that contract in one of the most horrid Raiders seasons I think anybody can remember. As I always say, why did Amari Cooper retire? Yeah, that was wrong. Amari is like sort of saw everything coming. He was like Neil Diamond. There's a train. There's a fire on the tracks, and it's you on the train. That's you on the train. And Amari saw himself on the train, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm getting off this train even before it starts." So Gannon, Carroll, and of course Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland, gone. Probably one question there is what took them so long. Some of the surprise retains, people who were retained yesterday, definitely Todd Bowles, some definite surprise that Bowles is still around. Todd Bowles' case is that his record, how many divisions he's won, has earned him another year. Okay, Mike McDaniel back in Miami after Chris Greer being fired, and Troy Aikman apparently going to help them down there. Okay, yeah, Matt Ryan is apparently consulting in Atlanta, so you got all the big wigs, only past superstars coming on down to help the Atlanta Falcons and Troy Aikman to maybe just try to figure out what the bleep is wrong in Miami. We know what's wrong. It's Tua, until they finally, okay, we're just going to have to suck it up, Buttercup, cut to a move on, and just take call the dead cap. But yeah, so Bucks is pretty much that's what normally happens. Normally, you have all the head coaches, they gone bye bye. Zach Taylor, another one. People definitely surprised he wasn't fired. Joe Burrow voicing his support for the head coach probably next year, because you can't really be surprised. And Steichen, you can't really be surprised there either. I'm sure there were some callings, but you can't blame Daniel Jones' freak injury that killed their entire season in a split second. Bam. He was already playing on one broken leg and then the other one, and then just, ugh. You can't blame that on a head coach. I don't think you can. But yeah, so some surprising faces still around. Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn, a team that had 0 interceptions the entire flipping year. He's still around. Are you kidding me? They got absolutely decimated. Week 18 was just absolutely one of the worst weeks of football, I think. The Emmanuel Wilson minus 18-yard run just pretty much encapsulates the entire week. Josh Allen, can you imagine anyone who wasn't paying attention? Yeah, I'm gonna start Josh Allen in week 18. Also, don't play fantasy leagues if they're championship It was in week 18. Ever. Ever. It's insane. Oh, well, I'm gonna start Josh Allen in week 18. And yeah. And all of a sudden, what do you mean? One snap and it's Trubisky who had a pretty good game. Had a pretty good game. It's like, okay, yeah, I got it, Josh. We'll myrtleize him and decimate him for you. We got this. You tend to your foot and sort of chill. We got this. But yeah, so just a whole bunch of not as much stuff today. Not surprising. Not surprising. Everyone's looking forward to the playoffs. And speaking of that, we're going to go ahead and, as I ended up saving, hopefully we go to my one of 40 gazillion tabs, well, maybe not that many, but looking for the pick'em here. The pick'em. Where be the pick'em? I notes the pick'em. Come on. I saved the pick'em. Where the flip? Aha. My playoff picks. Yeah. So we'll start right off, of course, with the wild card round. Wild card, that's super wild card because that's stupid. Let's just get right to it on the AFC side. I've got, of course, yeah, you have Patriots and the Chargers, and I've got the Patriots advancing just because yeah, Drake May is the healthier quarterback over Justin Herbert right now, and Jaguars and the Bills. I know you have all this talk about Josh Allen and his window, but I think the Jaguars are the better team because you take away Josh Allen, you take away James Cook, it's a whole bunch of no names. And everything about that team is Josh Allen, and he ain't 100%, even after resting a week and letting Trubisky take over. Gotta pick the Jaguars. I know it sucks. It's the window. Oh my God, the Bills window. You don't have the Ravens in there. You don't have the Chiefs in there. Yeah, they're still out, and I think it's going to be a very early exit. And of course, you got the Steelers and the Texans. You come on, you got to pick the Texans. I know everyone like they got DK coming back. DK. Yeah. You're picking the Texans. Then you go on to the divisional round, Broncos and the Texans. I know Broncos have the better offense of the two teams, and they actually have an even better defense than the Texans. I'm taking the Broncos and Jaguars and the Patriots. Gotta pick the Jaguars just because, once again, they're the better team. Patriots may have Ramondre, they may have Trevion, but you have a better overall team. And Trevor Lawrence is just, there's something special about him. I know Drake May is him. I know Drake May is him. That's why I reached for him in fantasy. But Trevor Lawrence, who he has proven himself a force of flippin' football nature. Then you got AFC Championship, Broncos and the Jaguars. Yeah, I gotta pick the Broncos. Defense wins championships. Hell of a season from the Jaguars, but I think it ends in the Final Four. And then let's go over to the other side. Let's go over to the other side, and I'll take you with me so I don't look like I'm disappearing here. I'll take you with me. On the other side, of course, you got starting off for the wild card round Seahawks on the bye. You got the Bears, Packers, and Eagles and 49ers. Yeah, you're I'm I'm sorry, but yeah, you're picking the Bears. The mouse was when I brought the camera over. The mouse was trying to get all tangled up with the camera. All sorts of fun. Bears and Packers. You're picking the Bears. I think the Bears are the healthier team here right now. all the injuries the Packers have had, all the ups and downs they have had, I think the Bears have been the better team of late. They advanced to face the Seahawks. And on the other side, you got Eagles. Eagles and the 49ers. 49ers been a hell of a year. Kyle Shanahan deserves Coach of the Year for what he has done. Without Warner, without Bosa, Ayuk absolutely MIA the whole freaking year, and still they got to the flippin' playoffs. But it ends here. Just think the Eagles rested their players enough. They're the healthier team, and the Eagles move on to face the Bears. All right. Got Rams and the Seahawks now going at it. Oh, baby, for a rematch of the rematch. And you better believe the Rams are going to remember that 2 point play. They're going to remember Charbonnet just, I think I'll just pick this ball up. Doop 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 doop. And what do you mean? That's a 2 point play. So, yeah, I'm picking the Rams. Here, they're going to remember Seahawks. Heck of a run, heck of a defense, heck of a year. But the Rams and the true MVP, Matthew Stafford, not Drake May, goes to the Final Four. And it's the Eagles. As much as the years the Bears have had, the Eagles' offense just that more vicious. And they've rested. Plus, you have the Eagles' defense and the Bears. Once again, heck of a year, heck of a run. Ben Johnson is a amazing coach. What he has done with Caleb Williams, what he has done with that Bears offense, what he has done to change around their culture from the laughing stock to they are kings. Incredible year, but I don't see them getting by the Eagles. And then you've got Broncos and Jaguars. Broncos advancing into the Super Bowl out of the Final Four, and out of the Eagles and the Rams. Sorry, Eagles. Heck of a year. But it ends, and you don't get a chance to try and repeat. And we have Broncos, and we have the Rams. And I know it's going to be a case of defense. If defense wins championships, has to be the Broncos. Slam dunk. No, just because as much as defense wins championships, as I'm now dropping my mouse, yay, and now dropping my mouse, gotta love when that happens. As much as defense wins championships, yeah, let me tell you what. Let me tell you, the Rams are a more complete team, and their offense. I can now put you back down. The offense is just that much more dangerous. You're gonna have Devontae Adams backing up, Puka all locked and loaded. And with what we've seen out of this Broncos offense at times is very, very scary. So because of that, I am definitely have more confidence in the Rams pulling off the upset. Because I think the Broncos would probably be favored in that case. Maybe something like a -3, -2.5. Called barely favored, but they're going to get the respect for that defense. But got to pick the Rams, and that Rams over Broncos. And we'll have to see what Ryan says with his Super Bowl picks and how his playoffs break down when we do the joint shuffle show. And I'm thinking I'll probably be a stupid camel day, hump day, but hey, you never know, especially with it being a crazy busy time of year, so we'll see. But that's for it for me today. Just got some Porco coordinators facing the wrath of, Dan Quinn didn't get fired in Washington. That's kind of interesting. But the coordinators got sacked. So that's always kind of a shot across the bow saying, okay, there's your warning shot, Dan. Next year, it's going to be you. And of course, poor Eberflus, He gone. You lose Micah Parsons, and all of a sudden it's your fault, Dick. Ouch. But that's it for the Tampa Motor Mouth show here for the the main motor. That'd be yours truly. Yes. So kind of. I know some people really tend to absolutely like the whole playoff fantasy football thing, but it's just for me. I tried it a while back. Really didn't like it. Really not into the whole DFS thing because when I got into it, you had the whole one person creating 100 accounts, and that's why nobody ever really wins, and they're using algorithms and yummy 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 yummy. So yeah, I think I ended up having like a DraftKings account or something. I deleted it. I'm like but yeah, that's it. Those are my picks for the playoffs. Only two new ones. That was good. Picks for the playoffs. Not a lot of news other than the whole crazy Russell Wilson story. Apparently, he had after week 2 a hamstring that he never bothered to report. So maybe that describes why he sucked so badly. Huh? Kind of a sort of a surprise story, but just sort of kind of a quieter Tuesday after all the they're gone, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone, and what do you mean these guys ain't gone? Summing yesterday up. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you have a fantastic Tuesday as you had kind of a foggy morning here in Buckland that paved way to an absolutely beautiful day with the sun shining as it is in January in Buckland when you're seeing all the snow reports. That's when hurricane season sucks. It absolutely does 1,000% suck. But living in Florida is fantastic when you're seeing all the snow reports out there on the internet. And you're just like, hell, there's snow, but I'm in Florida. And I hope you have a great Tuesday. And still, the Tampa Motor Mouth, Joel Roll in the zone behind the microphone. And I'm UT.